Good afternoon, friends. I think it's a worst time to speak, but then I asked for it and I got it. I said I didn't want to be a panel. In a panel, I just wanted to speak my heart out to an audience which consists mainly of government, because we all are in government and we are the practitioners of. Can I have the PowerPoint? So I think people are still trickling in. Yeah. So I handle all these portfolios in the government of Kerala. I've completed 2 years in the government of Kerala. Very excited to be part of all of you. But what I want to tell you, and please time me if I'm going over time. See, we are all different, isn't it? We are all completely different. You look different from me. You have different space as compared to me. You eat different cuisine compared to me. You breathe different air compared to me. We are all different, right? But there's one thing which makes all of us similar. There's just one thing which makes the President of America, the Prime Minister of India, you, me, the man on the street, it's the same. It's that 24 hours. Correct? So what I want to tell you is time is everything. We all have around 30,000 years, assuming that we live to 80, 30,000 days only to live, right? In most of these 30,000 days, most of the citizens actually spend almost 3 to 4 hours in a government office. Next slide, can I go to the next slide? Next slide. Yeah, but all of us want our time. So what is governance all about is a question. See, in government, all of you know this. We deal only with these three things. Nayam, which is policy. Based on the policy, we push some files. And based on the speed of pushing those files, we provide some citizens to our citizens. Some services to our citizens, isn't it? Only these three things happen in government. And where does it happen? It happens in secretariat. Secretariat is where the policy happens. Then the HODs are supposed to implement. But in Kerala, I find that every HOD goes back to secretariat. So a lot of time is wasted. Right. So today we are talking about beyond governance. We should be talking about predictive governance. And we should be talking about algo governance. I know some smart Alex sitting here should understand we are all about algorithms. We are talking about ChatGPT. We are talking about everything. The whole life around us revolves around algorithms. So we can move to this. Actually, Kerala is in a very nicely poised state. We have around 900 services which are online. So, pandake government offices today people have to run around websites, government websites. So if there are 900 services to be provided, there are as many websites to be run around with. So this is the essential problem of governance. We can change it. It's actually very simple. Technologically, I feel it's the simplest thing that we can do. But as they say, people, process, technology. Technology is the easiest. Process is slightly difficult. The most difficult to change are people's minds. Thank you, Krishna, for inviting me here. Anyway, what is the objective of governance? So if you ask me, my people are sitting here from Information Kerala Mission. I'll come to them. What I keep saying is that why should a citizen visit a government office? Why can't we be like the back office of Microsoft or Google? See, people pay us from their tax and they come and stand before us like this. Isn't it? It's very shameful that in 2023, still people come to panchayat offices, village offices, taluk offices, collectorates, etc. It's a shame on us. We can transform this. Technology was there 10 years back, 15 years back. We could have done it. But we are not doing it. We need to come together. These are occasions where we can come together and think, why should a citizen even apply for things? We are full of data. We are sitting on data, massive data. You look at IKM, Information Kerala Mission. We're sitting on massive data of citizens since 1947. Still, somebody asks for birth certificate, you apply. Apply? No reply. We'll take our own time. So, why should a citizen visit a government office? Citizens should not see governance. They should feel governance, isn't it? So out of, let's say, 24 hours that you have, 7 hours you sleep, which means you have 14 hours. Is it 14 hours or 16 hours? 17 hours, yeah, mathematics. 17 hours is where we even put things in Chandra, moon, we come back. It's all in 17 hours. We can't waste anybody's time. That's the point. The essential message that I want all of you to carry back home is that as government servants, we have no right to waste anybody's time. The question that I keep asking is, why should citizens apply when we are sitting on such massive data? I'll come to that. Joyful employees. Have you gone to the secretariat and seen many offices? They'll all be very serious. They don't have a smile on their face. The whole world revolves around their head. But nothing moves. Right? And happy and alert. So this should be the objective of governance. You go to 10 Downing Street. That's a place where Mr. Sunak lives. Not one policeman is there. But an average Londoner is photographed around 50 to 60 times a day. That's passive surveillance. So all this, everybody would have spoken, siloed approach, different technologies, lack of skilled manpower, change management, etc. So some of the things that we can do simply right now to prevent red tape is, why can't you introduce auto escalation in our e-office, in our Sujika, in the applications that we develop. Auto escalation means if I don't clear a file in 24 hours, it goes to the next higher level. It should be as simple as that. E-office can be programmed that way. It's as simple. And deemed approvals. Now, this should go back to your performance appraisal. If somebody does not clear those files, then it should go to the performance appraisal and say, so many times this file has gone without him, it has been auto-escalated, which means your performance was not good. So your performance should be linked to this file movement. Similarly, a lot of websites and applications. So I'll show you something that we're doing in Information Kerala Mission, which is called K-Smart. I'm also heading KFON. So you have connectivity of around 19,137 government offices right now. Around 6,000 citizens are getting uninterrupted connectivity, massive infrastructure we have created. But today I'm here to talk to you about software. Some of the places where we have underinvested, I would say, is e-security. It's pure luck that we are not hacked. It's pure luck. I'm looking at many of our networks and say, oh my God, can't be like this. Geographic information system. I'll show you a flavor of what we're doing in Information Kerala Mission. Emerging technology. We talk about blockchain. Are we using it in governance? I was in politics for some time. I was an MLA candidate. So there we introduced blockchain in Kamal Hassan's party. So emerging technology. Are we using AR, VR? I've used it when I was Principal Secretary and MD of CMD of Tamil Nadu Handicrafts Development Corporation. Data management, multiple agencies. Too many things are happening in government, right? So what we need to do is move from, this is my favorite thing. And one of the reasons why I took VRS from government was this. Why can't we move to what is called a predictive governance paradigm? It's difficult, but not very difficult to implement. It's difficult, but we can do it. But we need to uniquely identify citizens, for which Aadhaar is already there. The problem is, the naysayers for the privacy thing will come and say, no, you are putting all the data around one citizen and his data may get busted and you will lose data. But that's going to happen anyways. The moment you have a smartphone, the moment you have this, there's nothing called privacy. Let me tell you that this is a factory which is underutilized by all of us. Not even 0.00001% of this factory is used, but a lot of our data goes out without your knowledge. Anyways, so a life cycle based approach. At this age, this boy requires this certificate. Why can't it be issued by that office through a prompting system? In Tamil Nadu, we issued the government orders for what is called predictive governance. It had three things in it. Blockchain backbone, a state family database ending with predictive governance. Almost 300 crores was committed to it. And of course, we cannot move forward with that. We can have what I call as an API revolution. Because we have applications in different departments which are different in technology stack, vendor, everything is different. How do we get together? We can have an enterprise system. But we need to, since that's very costly, we can have what is called an API revolution. Then all these things we can integrate. Then of course, you can play with data. This is something which I'm working on right now. I'll not talk about it. But let me come back to the essential problem of governance. Information Kerala Mission, I'll take you the example. I'll take you through how many more minutes, I don't know. But I'll take you through how we are transforming the organization. When I was appointed as the CMD of this corporation, this organization, lots of IAS officers called me and said, condolences, Santhosh. It's a bad organization. But I was surprised. It's one of the best organizations where I've ever worked. Entire Kerala 3-tier architecture is dependent on the applications that these people have developed. But they get flack every day because some application goes wrong, because it is not a platform approach, because it was developed somewhere in 1995. When the world was waking up to software, Information Kerala Mission was the first, organization possibly in the country to deal with softwares. PV Unnikrishnan, my team is there. I realized that many of you may not clap at the end of my speech, so I brought some people here. My team is here, very committed team. I'll explain about it. They develop massive applications, all started in S. Suleka, Sevana, Sanjaya, Sangetam, Sagar, Sujika, Sankhya, Stapana, all S. S series is what I call it. Now, the problem with this software is, at that point of time, it was very relevant. But today, when the Panchayat secretary sits there, he has to get into one software, come out, get into one software, come out, it's all for the same citizen. He has to probably go into 16 applications for one citizen. Just imagine that. But this is old technology. And then came Sambashiva Rao and others, an IAS officer. He created what is called ILGMS, a brilliant work which is running right now in all the village panchayats in Tamil Nadu, Kerala. 942 panchayats are running on this. A brilliant work. But then again, it's 2017 to 2018 vintage. And now we are doing this. So I'm just telling you, 26 applications, 350 personnel, very motivated team. My team, madam is here, Timble Maggie. Wherever I go, I get wonderful teams, amazing teams. I can tell you, Timple, Ajish, Radhakrishna sir, Anto, Ranju. I'm seeing some of the people I'm not able to clearly see, but amazing people. I mean, I keep wondering, why can't we use them for effective governance? So this transformation of ICAM is also something which you need to understand. It's a very somnolent organization, in a sense. But how do we transform it? So that's where we have around 40 innovations are happening in the organization. One of which is what I call K-Smart, Kerala Solutions for Administrative Reformation and Transformation. This will tell you how applications can be built. I'm already looking at this as a marketing pitch. If organizations want to develop software, don't go anywhere. Please come to Information Kerala Mission. We'll tell you which day we will be able to deliver the software. And the reason for that also I'll explain. So, this K-Smart is going to get launched somewhere in November next month. Honorable Chief Minister, we're waiting for the day on which this will be launched. This is supported by the Smart City Mission of Kochi. Around 23 crores they're committed for this. And we have done my team led by Dr. Naufal, amazing assets for the state. I'm still very intrigued with the state of Kerala because I worked 25 years in Tamil Nadu, but I've not seen this kind of human resources anywhere in the country. Amazing teams, amazingly brilliant. Some of them there. Srijit is there. He's a clerical level person, but the kind of work he has done to put that SRS, it's unbelievable. So what we are doing here is an 82-day sprint on a platform called Upyog, which is basically Nandan Nilekini's Digit platform. Of course, we have improved that now. And in the last 80 days, we converted 9 modules on this platform. So microservices, architecture, DevOps technology, all the things that you will find in a private sector is here. Now, the problem with this platform is it's on Java. But my people are all on .NET. So like teaching the English French or the French English, it was very difficult. I sent them to Bangalore. They came back. They say Java is very simple and powerful in one of the cinemas. But we found it extremely difficult. So that's where we hit upon this idea to empanel companies. So we empanel around 14 companies. We are getting their developers at extremely high costs and putting them in our teams. Now our teams are extremely powerful now. So this is the statistics of what Dr. Naufal and team. So there's a domain team headed. Some of the domain members are here. Srijit, can you stand up? Srijit is not here. Then Ajmal, anybody here from domain? No, they're not here. They were here some time back. But what these people do is they hold conferences in nice places and write this SRS. SRS is a very thick document. And that SRS is converted into Figma. How will the software look like? Then by architect, solution architect, whom we are taken on lease for 4 hours a day. He is getting paid my 1 year payment, he'll get in 1 month. That's the kind of demand he has, that kind of person. So he converts that into how it should look like, the UI, UX part, etc. And then the conversion happens. So the essential difference that we are bringing to software development, and please understand this, is project management. We see, when these softwares were developed, for example, Sujiga, Ranjita will sit on it for 25 years. Sanjaya, Sarita will sit on it for 25 years. There's actually no knowledge transformation downstairs. And if something happened to Ranjita, the software will not work. We are taking the dependency out of software developers. What they are doing is converting these Figma into stories. And stories we give to developers. Any story you can give to any developer and they develop. And this is happening 24/7. 8:30 is when they start. Can you imagine government officers working at 8:30? We have provided world-class ambience. And 8:30 is when they come and start working. 8:30 to 6:30. Saturdays we are given holiday, but they're working well. So this is what the SRS, the wireframe, UI, UX prototyping, the stories, the engineering codes. That's where the coders come in. And the testing is currently happening using another application tool. And we go live somewhere in November first week. This is a very interesting way of software development. How do we do it is, we use tools called Jira, Confluence, Mantis, etc. And we'll see who is actually, little behind in software development. So we are able to manage this. So Zoho people we are using, we are Jira, we are using Confluence, Teams, GitHub. All these tools we are using to ensure that we are on time. Because see, we started development somewhere in 2022, late 2022, but still we didn't reach anywhere. And between then I brought Dr. Naufal, and he introduced us to a different method of software development. So this is essentially what I want to communicate to all of you. If you are giving your applications to anybody to develop, and you are spending, let's say, 5 crores, 10 crores, give it to us. We'll do it at a very low rate because we discovered the method of software development at very high efficiency rates. This is something I want to use this opportunity to tell all the government servants sitting here, think about Information Kerala Mission when you are developing software next. So these are the applications which are coming out as an app. You will get to see this app next a couple of weeks when Honorable Chief Minister launches it. Property tax, civil registration. Civil registration is birth, death, marriage, adoption, etc. Property tax, building permit. For the first time in the country, we have brought a GIS layer in the property tax. In the building permit. That is, you go around this room with your mobile phone, it will tell you what is the setback. Is it an airport area? Is it a railway zone? Is it a CRZ zone? Is it any other zone? So we are adding more and more layers. Right now, around 4 layers are there. So that's a GIS layer. There's an EDCR rule engine that's coming in. We also added ChatGPT to boot. We have put the entire rules in that. And the moment they click that and ask a question, out comes the reply. So ChatGPT also we are using. Blockchain we are using for trade licenses and certificates. Yeah. So these are Jira reports. When you look at who is developing it at what time, how many minutes, how many hours they are taking for software development, we see it on these tools. So you're also getting an app next month. These are the current states of development in different modules. But it doesn't matter for you. I'll just go through fast. So the airport zone, ZRZ zone, master plan, all those things. Human HRMS is there. There is a public grievances module is there. All these are the different zones in that GIS layer. So we have gone like this, and somewhere we are piloting it in November. I think today, 25th, we are showing the first product to the Honorable Minister for LSGD, Mr. Rajesh. And then we'll be taking it off for TOTs, training of all the urban local bodies. Then we'll be taking to rural local bodies. My assumption is, and this is very selfish on my part, I'm saying, why should Malayalis have many apps? Why can't he have only one app when he deals with government? It can be K-Smart, it can be anything. But why do we require so many apps and websites? That's where I talk about the API revolution. Why can't revenue department give its API? Why can't health department give its API? So the citizens can, they just go into this app and then do their work. So what happens with this app is, when he opens it to the space, or his user ID, password, etc., he'll find his name, he'll find what all applications he has done with which all local bodies, what are the payments to be made, what are the pending amounts, etc. All this will be reflected in one, in your app, because it will be, your user profile will be stored. So quality assurance, all this security audit is currently happening. So essentially what is happening, why I talked about this, it's not about software. It's about using software development in a different way to transform an organization. Please come and visit. I came. It was a bad organization in a sense, because there was no continuous leadership there. People are all there, developers are there. I'm using the same people to transform. But the point is that we got nice leaders like Dr. Naufal, Madam Timple, Radhakrishnan, Anto, Ajish, all these kinds of people who are sitting here. Amazing. So employee transformation is happening. So when I joined, this same team went to minister and said, please remove this guy, we don't want him. After 2 months, I got the validation from them. The same team went to the minister and said, please don't remove him. So this happened because we started involving. Please understand that as leaders, our job and our sublime job is to empower our subordinates. They are our biggest assets. Anybody, even from the peon upwards, has a quality. We should look for that quality, encourage them, skill them, give them the best. Now I'm talking about my team going to Estonia. Why shouldn't they go? Time is up. Yes, ma'am. So this is done. I'm just going through the last layers. I'm hoping that one day Kerala will be like Estonia, where everything happens online. Please visit that site. It's a 3-minute video. You'll understand why Estonia is like that today. And why can't our Kerala be also like that? Okay. So I wish you all the best for, thank you for listening to me. I don't know whether I communicated what I had in my mind, but I hope I've been able to trigger some thoughts in your mind. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you. God bless.